Like for example, in many like when we can see the difference in when we have vegetables that are in a farm that they are normal, and vegetables that are needed that are passed through like a industry or a factory that they need to put to the vegetable like a chemical that could make it like rest more time, so that they could have them in the stores and stuff. So that will make the vegetable a mutation, because well, an artificial vegetable, because it won't be natural. Do you understand?
Yes.
No.
Like these plants, when like normal, if you see a sweet corn, a normal one,
Yes.
it's a lot smaller, and so what they did in what happens with transgenic plants is that there are plants that are artificially mutated. That means that because
Excuse me, in order to improve the product that the
Yeah.
human being needs. That's
Like-
it.
they do that for them.
Or
Yeah, because it's better for the person that's selling it. Yeah, because
Hey,
Well, mostly the artificial mutations were for the economy, so there won't be any usage of
Valeria,
But
crops.
size,
stop talking.
So they all
I sorry, Valentin.
they want always to have the most perfect fruits, the perfect vegetables, so they can sell more and win more.
And-
So
and also something else is that they don't just make them more appetizing, they also make them more stronger to prevent them from losing these crops. Like, yeah, like for the weather, if they're making them in
Excuse me. Jorge, sit on that chair, please. Please, sit on that chair and concentrate, because they are presenting something very interesting. And I can't even pay attention because you're bothering. I, the teacher.
but you can pay attention, and no pay attention to me.
Don't think that is a correct form to answer a teacher. Do you? I don't think that's the correct form to answer a teacher. Do you think so? Especially if I'm doing it because of you. And please, when I'm talking to you, can you look at me? Please? It's being polite with somebody. You're not being polite. Don't you think so? Excuse me? I didn't hear anything.
Yes.
So, can you be polite?
Yes.
I don't think I deserve that, do I? Okay, go on.
like they want to make it more strong, like towards the weather. If they have like a time where it's very dry, the crops won't just die or lose. They will try to retain all that water that they can, or like against caterpillars, so that when the caterpillars bite them, they'll like get poisoned. A kind of artificial mutation in plants that we found are transgenic plants. The transgenic plants possess a gene or genes that have been transferred from another species. Like for example, if we have a rose and a sunflower, and like we want to see the reaction of the rose with a gene of the sunflower to get a better productive part of the rose. Like we want to have more rose, or if it's better the gene of the sunflower in the rose. So what they do is like they go to the labs and do experiments and take the gene from the sunflower and put it in the rose and see how it reacts. Like we've said before, transgenic plants are created in the laboratory using DNA.
and we have like in a greenhouse a scientist like the reproduction of plants.
Okay, now we're going to explain the method. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. So that's more
Bacteria.
This method is has been used since like 1980s, and this is what it basically happens. Is that with an enzyme, they cut the part that they want from a specific gene that can be from another plant or another animal, and they do the same with the plant that they're going to mutate. They take out the gene that they're going to replace with the other one. And now it's where the tumor fashion takes place. Is that this is like a bacteria that has two sets of like, it doesn't have two sets of chromosomes, but it has like a little extra circular chromosome thing. That is the plasmid. And what you do is that causes a disease that's like a tumor in plants. So what you can do is you can extract it and you put in the gene that you want the plant that you're gonna mutate have. So what you do, so that's basically it. Then what you do is that you put it in the plant while it's reproducing its DNA, and this one changes. It produces the mutation. Do you understand?
In conclusion, what it is to place a specific chain of DNA so it the offspring will acquire that DNA. Clear? You wanted to explain some in another word?
No. This is just one of the methods. There exists a lot.
Well, we got that we learned that we consume a lot of mutations in like the fruits. Mostly every fruit and vegetable nowadays, like they have been mutated in some way to be stronger, tastier, or reducing.
That we could relate like mutations with evolution, like the other group related in animals, and like we just did and discussed it, because we could conclude that the mutation is like an evolution that in this case the plant does, so that like to have a better result of it. Like for example, having the flower now, we have many flowers and it has a better content from the plant that we had before.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, Liz has a question.